Hey everybody, it's your girl Angie. Welcome back to Kiss My Cheeks TV. Let's jump right into Greenleaf. First, I want to apologize for being so late. Like, I usually do my reviews the next day. I was all set to do them on Thursday, but I got so sick. I was sick. Like, I was barely just trying to look at my computer and work and sleep. That's all I wanted to do. And Friday, I had to do a family errand, had to do a quick out of town turnaround trip. And so here I am Saturday giving it to you. I will be back on time next week, God willing, because you never know when you get sick or anything. Hopefully, I won't be sick again, but I'm back and I will be on time next week. But let's jump right into this week's episode of Greenleaf. Everybody, every single person this week either confused and or pissed me completely off. This week's episode of Greenleaf worked my nerve. Like that TikTok, I don't understand. I don't understand. Like I just, so much I was just like, I don't understand. Like why? Let's talk about AJ real quick so we can get him out of the way. I can't stand AJ. Y'all know it. Y'all know it. I was on Twitter. I said, finally, somebody agrees with me. They said his acting is not up to par with everyone else that is an actor on this cast, and his acting sucks for this storyline. Like AJ is so one note, so just a sad, pitiful face, and I get tired of seeing it. Every time AJ comes on my screen, I get tired of seeing it. But let's just talk about it real quick. AJ at the hospital, he can either go home with Grace or he can go to this HIV therapy inpatient clinic type place, housing. I don't know what it's called. They shouted out Cordova. Y'all know I stay out here in Memphis, so I love to hear little shout outs from where I stay. But anyway, I was like, hey, they got that in Cordova for real. But anyway, AJ says, I don't want to go to that clinic. I'm going home with my daddy. And I'm like, ugh, the second person on this cast that can't act. But I'm not a fan of Noah's acting. I don't care. Read me in the comments. Grace gets in her feelings. AJ is at the house and he talking about Grace talking about here. At least make sure he go here and get his medicine. And AJ was like, that's why I ain't want to go home with you. You always won't leave me alone. I said, I told you about the HIV. I ain't want to talk about it no more. I'm like, I hate AJ. Like, I don't understand. You have this rich family. Number one, side note. I don't understand why AJ killed himself. I hope they at least address that somewhere along his storyline, because you were robbing the pharmacy to get your HIV medicine. So obviously you want to live, or you wouldn't have been stealing for the medicine. Two, now you don't want to talk about it. You don't want no help from Grace, the one who got the money, because Noah ain't got no money. Remember that. And so all Grace want to do is help you live, help give you the medicine. She rich. Take the money. Take the medicine. Take the help. I don't understand. Like, yeah, I get it. Grace is very aggravating. Like I wrote in my notes, Grace, this is a 20-year-old man. She treats him like a 2-year-old lost puppy. Like always want to pet him. Woo, 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 woo. Let's have a deep conversation. Like, don't nobody want to have a deep conversation every 15 minutes. Like, too much, mom. But, I'm over it. Anyway, what happened? AJ walk off. I'm over it. Just aggravated. Every time I see AJ, I'm aggravated. So now Bishop and Lady Mae are chewing into Jacob's ass. Like, why didn't you tell me about this will thing when you first heard of it? And he was like, I was trying to protect you, and I was trying to stop Clarissa from doing what she, and they was like, Clarissa, what's going on with Clarissa? And I was like, I don't understand. I just don't understand what Jacob was trying to do with the whole Clarissa thing. Like, Aaron had already told you off top, without the original will, this the will. So what Clarissa got really don't mean nothing. Who cares if Mac Mac was an attorney. Yeah, he was crooked, but who cares? Like, I don't I think that was such a lap. This whole where they're taking the story is so stupid to me. But let's move on. So Jacob thought by going to see Tara, who is Basie's and Rochelle's sister, that Tara would be like, yeah, I know Basie think your daddy killed my daddy, but Basie crazy. You know my brother crazy. So don't paint like he was hoping. I just don't understand. He was hoping Tara would be like, don't worry about my brother. He did and he was crazy. I don't think your daddy did it. Like I just feel like he was opening up a can of worms where this lady was not thinking about you. This lady was not thinking about you, but here the whole Greenleaf family go give her all the ammunition she needed. But anyway, I like how Lady Mae told Jacob, I don't pet the head of dogs who eat off my plate. That was so good. Ooh, that was so good. I love Lady Mae. I love Lady Mae. Anyway, I guess that somewhere through this argument, Jacob told Lady Mae that Clarissa had an affair or Clarissa did something. The whole time, I'm like, when even because this Lady Mae pissed me off too. The whole time, I'm like, ain't nobody gonna say, and she gave me chlamydia. Like, we gonna leave that little big thing out. But anyway, over at Calvary, Judy is reading Charity, and I enjoy every time Charity gets read. They arguing about the final church service. Charity wants to do a slideshow of showing the past of Calvary, like we're getting ready to be H&H, so let's just show a slideshow of everything Calvary has done for the guest in the past. And they're like, no, we're going to show a slideshow of what H&H is going to be in the future. And of course, Judy outranks Charity, so she was like, no, we ain't doing that, we doing this, bye. So, what did I say? Oh, Judy read Charity. She was like, we don't want to remind them of what? Your daddy shooting somebody in the church? The feds are knocking? Your uncle touching little girls right here where we stand. And that's what you want to remind them of? I was like, no, she didn't. And even Phil in the background is like, it's true. I don't know what to tell you. Like, it happened. Grace overhears everything that Judy is saying to Charity. Grace tells Charity about what's his name? Darius out there searching for the thing, but he had a dead end. And that Phil's mom name is on all the paperwork for this secret company. And what does Phil's mom have to do with Bob Whitmore? This is what I want to know. What does Phil's mother have to do with this secret company? I'm curious. I can't wait to see where this storyline goes. And so Charity says, well, his dad changed his name. He was a Black Panther. He's out in New Orleans. I can't remember the man's name, but Charity gave it to Grace. Grace off to play detective some more. Now, side note, are we just not going to ever address this young man that was at the grave telling Grace that everything has an expiration date? Are we just going to forget that? Because Grace did say Darius done found everything about Bob, Phil's mama. He done found all this other stuff out, but he ain't found out who this young man was, because Grace gave him the picture and said, can you at least find this man's name? He ain't gonna find that out. All right, writers. Okay. If AJ is the real AJ, I'm gonna be pissed. The only thing that will save the AJ storyline is that AJ is not the real AJ, and the boy in the picture was. That's the only thing that's gonna save this storyline. Other than that, just write him off. Let him and Noah go off in the sunset. Moving on. So finally, I have been waiting all week, because you know in the preview last week we saw Lady May tell Clarissa it's time to get out. I have been waiting all week. I asked my homegirls. I was like, Lady May getting ready to put Clarissa out. I can't wait to watch it. So I'm sitting here with my eyes focused on the TV. I'm Lady May reading. Lady May is reading. And now, just like that, out of nowhere, because Clarissa said, well, Jacob slept with Amelise, whatever that lady name, the cook before Marisol. Because Jacob slept with her, Lady May is now on Clarissa's side. And he won't forgive you? But ain't nobody gonna throw the chlamydia out there like, yeah, she cheated and she burned me. Like, that's some big stuff to try to get over. But anyway, I was pissed. I still am pissed. I'm like, wait. Clarissa don't got to get out now. Where her suitcase? She still ain't got to get out. I'm over it. I think Lady May and Bishop touched with the dementia. They be going back and forth, back and forth. I'm reading you, I like you. I'm reading you, I like you. I ain't got time for it. Clarissa was still talking shit. That's why I would have put her out, because she gonna tell Lady May at the end, yeah, you get your son to forgive me. And if he can't forgive me, because Clarissa was like, I never wanted to use the will to hurt Bishop. I was throwing it over Jacob's head for him to cancel this divorce. Make it make sense. But she gonna tell Lady May, yeah, get him to forgive me, or I'm just gonna have to do what I gotta do. As soon as she would have said, I'm gonna do what I have to do, I'm like, yeah, you can do what you have to do outside of this house. You ain't gonna still be talking shit to me after I say I understand where you're coming from now. Now we get to see a little meeting with Aaron, with the Bishop, and the dummy, Jacob. He gonna tell them, since Daryl, Basie, and Mac are all dead, this original will is gonna be set to the court of public opinion, and it just don't look right that everybody dead who was supposed to have this house. Save that for later. Like, the whole... I don't understand why this will was ever even not drowned in the lake when Jacob first found it. But moving on, my second point of confusion is, after talking to Aaron, no one is like, go ahead and start that fireplace over there and whoosh, will be gone. Like, Angie would have burnt the will. It ain't no way. I wouldn't even told Aaron that I found it, because I feel like, since, what is Aaron, one of those people of the public, he's an attorney or whatever, he has to be honest when asked. But I guess maybe since the Greenleafs are his clients, he got that privilege. I don't know. But I wouldn't even have told Aaron. I would have burned the will. There is no original will. It's gone. Why was Mac holding on? Like, as devious as Mac was, why was he even holding on? I don't understand why, if you doing some foul shit, why are you holding on to the original? Why didn't Mac burn the original will? Like, I don't understand. But moving on. But after all of that, why, for the life of me, did Bishop go to this woman's church to tell her, look, I ain't kill your daddy, but Loretta left that house to your daddy. But since your daddy died, she turned around and left it to me. But I ain't kill him. Writers, make it make sense. Like, make it make sense. Like, if the Skanks and the Jameses was going to come down on Bishop, I would have hoped it would have been a little bit more exciting than the Greenleafs doing it to themselves. Because that's what they're doing. Like, they're giving Tara, you know Rochelle ain't dead. If Basie dead or not, I don't know. You giving Tara and Rochelle a loaded gun to unload on your family. You just gave her all the tea she needs. Moving on. Another conversation, Lady May go tell Jacob to forgive Clarissa. And Jacob knows, I mean, Lady Mae knows about Amelise or whatever that lady name was, and Jacob don't want to forgive Clarissa. Now, at this time, I would have told my mama, but did she want to tell you all that? Did she tell you that she gave me chlamydia? Now, go put that bitch out. Like, me being the mother of a son, one, I know not to get, I'm going to try my damnedest not to get involved in his personal business, because I am that type where I don't give a damn what he did to you. You did this to my baby, I'm done. I'm on his side. I got his back. I don't, nah, bitch, you cheated on him. You gotta go. I ain't like you, no way. Lady Mae ain't like Carissa, no way. I don't understand. But let's move on. Grace calls, gosh, Phil's dad. I didn't write down his name. It was so hilarious because he played baseball with her. She was like, I'm working for a reporter. I used to be a pastor. I used to be a reporter. He was like, strike one. You got strike one. And he was like, well, I was calling about your wife. And he was like, that's my ex-wife. Strike two. And she dead. Strike two. And she was like, yeah, but I know your son Phil. He was like, that's strike three. Hang up. Click. Bye. I was hollering. I know it's so much more to this story that they're going to have to unravel, and they were just introducing us to that character. I'm sure we're going to see him again, but that was a good moment. That was a good moment. Now, back at Calvary, Charity sees Connie and was asking Connie about the slideshow. Like, don't you think it would be great to see a slideshow of the past? And I'm like, Charity, that's why you dummy number 2. Charity might be dummy number 1. Her and Jacob fluctuate. But I said, that's why you a dummy of the family, because everybody else in the house know Connie can't be trusted. Like, Connie is with H&H 100%. But here you go, want to go telling her your side of the story. Think, Charity. So now, Judy comes up to Charity and is like, bitch, I know you went to Connie asking her about that slideshow. I told you we wasn't doing it. And she's like, I know Connie since I was a baby. I can talk to Connie. Yeah, you can talk to Connie, but we ain't got time to go back and forth. If I say no, it's a no. So, bitch, you fired. And I was like, what? Charity fired? I thought y'all needed a Greenleaf for this whole thing to work. Anyway, I laughed because Charity's face was cracked. She was like, fired? Bitch, you can't fire me. She was like, oh, you fired. And you, right now, you can go. And so now, Charity is butthurt, so she go storm off the field. You know your bitch fired me? You gonna just let her do that? And he was like, yeah, pretty much. That whole scene was funny to me. He was like, look, I don't have time to be unproductive with you. If we say no, we ain't got time to be worried about you gonna go to Connie or other people on the board to go get your way. Like, if we leave a meeting and say this is what we doing, we expect for that to be what we doing. So we ain't got time to be going back and forth with you. Yeah, you could be fired. And she was like, I got something for your black ass. You can't fire me because I quit. And I hope you enjoy them flat titties over there, because you ain't never going to get no more of this or this. And she pointed to her ass and walked off. And the whole time I was like, none of this is godly. God is not pleased. None of this is holy. Like, what is going on with the pastors of this church? Now, mind you, I was pissed off for the 3rd time with this scene, because I'm like, bitch, you done ruined your whole family's church. Lost the whole church where you with 1 vote. You did it just to quit. All of this drama just to quit. Okay. Okay. All right. Now, she just can't turn around and leave Phil's office. She has to continue to be dummy number 2. Or 1, whichever one y'all want to put. She want to drop hits. That's why your little church, your little H&H, it probably ain't even going to make it past Tuesday. No way. And I'm like, bitch, Charity ain't tell you to go drop. I mean, Grace ain't tell you to go drop no hints to Phil. And so now, Now she said something about the Me Too movement. And that pissed me off because Charity, you willingly gave all your coochie up to Phil. Like, he ain't Me Too you. What Phil did to you is exactly what you did to your family. So that's why I can't stand Charity. I don't understand why she gets so upset with Phil when she did the exact same thing. Anyway, Bishop now is giving Grace some advice about AJ. He's telling Grace, look, it took you 20 years to come back home too. You got to give God space to move. You just can't pray and start working. I mean, you supposed to pray and work, but you ain't supposed to pray and then start doing what you want to do. You got to pray and then sit back, listen for what God is trying to tell you. Let him move some things around for you, and then you start working. But you can't pray and be like, God, do this, and then be like, oh, don't forget, I ain't got time for God to do it. Let me go ahead and do it. And then you mess it all up yourself. See? Anyway, Carissa, I know I'm just about to say something about God, and then I'm about to curse. Forgive me. Carissa is full of shit, y'all. Carissa done came up to Jacob because she was like, yeah, I know you talked to your mama. I know you're going to apologize to me, so go ahead, apologize. And Jacob just looking at her like, and she was like, you can't do it. All you got to do is say this. And then Clarissa gave this long speech. She was like, just say, Carissa, I'm sorry I left you so alone that in this marriage that I made you defile yourself and run to the first man that told you that you look good. She didn't say all this. So you could just feel something, so you could feel a little love. You went and spread your legs to the first man that gave you a little wink in the eye and say, I forgive you just the way I forgave you 100 times over, and you did so much worse. I know I messed that all up, but y'all watched it. Y'all understand what Clarissa was trying to say. The whole time she was talking, I was like, bitch, I wouldn't have said that shit either. I wouldn't have apologized either after all of that. Like, no, that's not how you... One, I don't care what somebody does to you 100 times. If you forgive them 100 times, you're giving them a clean slate. You have moved on. So when you do a wrong, it's now up to you not to say, well, I forgave you 100 times. No, bitch. You gotta apologize for what you did. And then now on top of that, to me, giving somebody a venereal disease is way worse than just out there cheating. Now, I do believe Jacob got a baby out there, but you don't know that. We know that at home, but you don't know that. So, I wouldn't apologize to your ass either. And if I was Jacob, I would have put your ass out the house. Because Clarissa, I ain't going to use the wheel because I know your mama going to talk to you and make you do what's right. I liked how Lady Mae said, what you holding out for this divorce? A couple $100? He ain't got no money. I love Lady Mae. But, it's over. Jacob ain't apologized. And I feel like even if Jacob forgives Clarissa for the cheating, he's over the marriage. Like, he just does not want to be with you. And you cannot make somebody be with you. Like, you want to be like Judy and Phil. That's what you want. You just want to be married to say you married. There's some people out there like that. I don't get it. But anyway, back over here with Judy and Phil. Phil is thinking about what Charity told him. Like, what's going on? Charity says something about H&H not making it to Tuesday. Like, I feel like it's something already in the works. And Judy is calling Charity stupid. Like, don't worry about her. Like, and so she wants to give Phil a blowjob to get his mind off of things. And Phil is like, no. And Judy is like, no. Unzipping his pants, the buckle and everything. And Phil's like, no. I'm like, come on now, girl. You can't even give your future husband a blowjob, a little bit of oral sex, some head, none of that. He don't want none of that. He really don't want you. And it's sad. It's sad. just everything about this whole arrangement of having to marry somebody to be the pastor. She ain't even divorced yet. He ain't sexually attracted to you at all. He wants nothing sexually to do with you. And all of y'all want to be in this mess just so y'all could be, I don't know what, just so you can go do this same shit outside of H&H. H&H is not the only place where you can be a pastor. Like, you could have been like, Bishop, take some of the money you made at H&H and go start your own church. Like, I just don't, I don't understand. Moving on. At the dinner, Bishop is telling Lady Mae, like, look, I talked to Tara. We prayed. We cried. We were so full of the Spirit, I almost spoke in tongues. This is over. We ain't got to worry about this no more. And slowly, everyone is filtering into the dining room. Charity comes in all happy. Hey, y'all, I quit H&H. And it's like, yay, we so happy for you. And I'm like, wait. Ain't nobody gonna cuss this bitch out. Like, bitch, you did all this shit to this family just to up and quit. Charity would have been the second one packing her suitcase. Lady Mae, what is going on? I don't understand. But now Bishop is giving some speech. And in the middle of the speech, she's like, Lady Mae is going to now be the pastor of our new church. She's going to speak every Sunday. Great, who cares? So the phone rings. It's Tara James. And they're like, what's Tara doing calling you? What's going on? And Bishop talking on the phone. And Clarissa was like, I need an explanation. And Lady Mae's like, bitch, of everybody sitting at this table, you the last one who deserves the explanation. And I'm like, yes. See, Lady Mae, I'm just saying, because at first, you was reading Carissa, then now you talking about Jacob forgive Carissa, and now all of a sudden, since Tara calling again, now you back hating Clarissa. Like, I don't understand. But at the end of the day, Tara done told Bishop ASAP, I need to see you, and we need to talk about this house. Get y'all moving boxes. I hope y'all got a little bit of change to hire some movers to move all that stuff out, because y'all getting ready to lose the house. And at this point, after this whole episode of irritation, I'm ready to see the Greenleafs get a little bit of payback, because let's not forget, they are not innocent at all. Bishop been sleeping with Lady Mae's sister. Mac touching all the kids. Lady Mae still ain't told them other children that Grace is they half sibling, that Aaron and Grace are really brother and sister. Like, it's so much drama going on with the Greenleafs. They deserve a little bit of it. It all comes back around. Anyway, y'all get in the comments. Let me know what y'all thought about this week's episode. I can't wait to see where this Phil's dead mother and Bob secret company storyline goes. I can't wait to see about that. And I can't wait to see, is Basie really dead? Is Rochelle? I want to see LaToya Luckett come out of the closet a little bit and see her back on the TV screen. Let Rochelle come back and stir up some more drama. Like, I'm here for it. This is the last season. Put it all on the table. All right, like, comment, share, and I will see you all next week on time for Greenleaf. Bye.